Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of September 9th through the 15th, 2024. First card out for you is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Leo. So you are hanging in there, is what I'm seeing. You are just, trying to get by, make ends meet, get your bills paid, stay alive, essentially. When I look at the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it is clinging on dearly to what you're able to do now and what you have going on. So let's see what comes out around these cards, because this first card is kind of where you're coming from. So how will this week unfold? Three of Swords in reverse. Okay. I don't know why I'm seeing a lot of people in the collective right now, including you, releasing a lot of stress and self-pressure. So this Three of Swords, normally this would show a big ending, loss, heartbreak, but I'm actually seeing this more so as you letting go of the self-pressure to be successful, the self-pressure to have certain achievements or look a certain way or be a certain way. There's this radicalization that is just rippling across Leo energy, and it is just a complete release of societal expectations towards you. I don't know why I'm seeing some of you, for example, you may be saying, you know what, F it, I'm not shaving my legs anymore. I'm not wearing makeup anymore. I'm not trying to maintain some sort of false image or appearance. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I'm balding. I'm not trying to, hide the fact that I'm getting wrinkles, whatever it may be for you. You're embracing. I'm not trying to suck my tummy in anymore. I am going to start viewing this as attractive, as hot, as sexy. I am no longer fighting these very natural things. And if any of you are involved in any passion-based career, artisan career, you're saying, F it, you know what? I'm going down this path. It might not bring me a lot of money because I am not subscribing to capitalistic expectations and pressure to work for somebody else, to work for these big corporate evil entities. I want to work for myself, and F it. If I don't make money, I don't make money. That's just how I'm going to live. You're letting go, really radically letting go of societal expectations and pressure that you've been putting onto yourself. But you were taught to put this onto yourself, and you're not doing it any longer. This is a gift from Leo energy, from your mother sign of Leo. It is rippling across anybody who has major Leo placements. Wow, amazing message there. We have the Three of Wands coming out in reverse. Yeah, so where do we go from now? It's almost, I'm seeing the feeling, the word liberation. I am liberated from the stress, from the pressure of the world. And I am just going to say F it and go balls to the wall with any idea that I have, any creative goal I have, whatever I want to buy, I'm just going to let it rip. I'm just going to do it, And it's not necessarily a feeling of reckless abandon. I feel like you are still being mindful of, for example, not just spending all the money that you have in one sitting or making reckless decisions like that, but you're no longer having this pressure put on yourself. Even when I'm doing your reading, I feel like I could breathe. I feel like a sort of anxious feeling in my heart, in my chest, relaxes and goes away. So this is lovely. The energies, the feelings that I'm picking up from your reading, they're not necessarily aligned with the cards, and that happens sometimes, but yeah, the cards are definitely bringing forth these messages, these words, these feelings. So it feels like you're dropping a weight, dropping a pressure that you've been putting on yourself. Second row of cards out, Ace of Wands. Yes, invigorating, passionate energy. What's coming to my mind with this is finding your natural body, personality, mind, and soul very sexy, very attractive. I don't know why. It's a very specific message. It's like there are people who find, for example, having a little belly really, really attractive. There are people who find body hair really, really attractive. Your natural form is already perfect wherever it is at right now. And sure, like there may be some things that you want to change for yourself, but don't base it off of beauty, base it off of the feeling, you know? For example, I like going to the gym because I like the feeling of being strong, of being able to open my own pickle jars. And, you know, that's why I work out. For you, I see that you are becoming more, I don't know, just confident in your own skin, whatever that skin may look like. Confident in your own body, no matter what that body looks like, with the Ace of Wands here. And it's improving your sex life, first and foremost, whether that's a solo sex life or a sex life that involves other people. And it's also improving your just overall confidence. You know, it feels really good. The Ace of Wands is very passionate. And I see you allowing yourself to dive deep into your passions. And you know what? You don't care anymore. No more perfectionism. You're dropping the perfectionism. It's like, if I make money from this, I make money from it. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to do it either way. If it turns out perfect, that's great. If it turns out a big giant mess, that's fine too. I'm still going to do it. Still going to put it out there to the world. Center of your spread is the Tower in reverse. Yes. Yes. This is the perfect card to articulate that. The Tower, it is a breakdown in your life, a giant breakdown of all of the unhealthy towers that you've built in your mind. The unhealthy beliefs. I don't know why. It's coming out of the blue. It's coming out of nowhere. It's divinely sent. A gift from big spiritual entities, such as the entire constellation and vibration of Leo, your mother's sign. She's gifting you with this breakthrough. It does feel very much like breakthrough energy, mental breakthrough energy. Completely releasing and letting go of the beliefs that were just weighing down on you. The self-pressure. That's the main one. Self-pressure to be successful, to perform a certain way. You're letting that go and you're saying, you know what? If I am homeless and living out of a dumpster, I will be happy as long as I'm doing what I'm loving with the people that I love. There's a lot of structures in Western civilization and society that definitely need some work. And if you're basing your sense of happiness off of how well you perform in a system that is broken, then you will never be happy because it's a broken system. Okay? If our economy and our society prioritizes big corporations, big pharma, and slaving away at a 9 to 5, slaving away over 40 hours a week of your life going to work, poisoning you with the very food and water and medicines that you drink and eat, how do you expect to be happy in that system? So when you break out of that system, will you be at a level of success that is projected within that system? Probably not. Okay? About 95% of the artists, small business owners, people who are really happy, living their passion, living their dream, just way happier than most people, they usually are not as financially well off as the people who allow themselves to be a slave to that Western system. And it's not to say it's impossible, and it's not to put the belief in your head that if you choose a life full of passion, you're going to be broke, because that's not true either. You know, the option is there. But usually, the very system that we find ourselves in, the very economy we find ourselves in, does not support that. You know, if you're selling a luxury, passionate-based service to people, and most of the people around you are barely able to keep up with the cost of living, you might not be getting that many sales, you might not be getting that much business. But you could be your own boss, you could be your own artisan and filled with beautiful ideas. And I feel like a lot of people right now are making this realization of, okay, there's a give and take in life. You know, you can be a part of the system that creates this depression, this unhappiness that puts you out of alignment with your passion and be successful financially. Or you can be really happy being your own boss, living your passion, living your dream, and risk not being successful financially. And there's always exceptions to these things. There could be somebody who's in that corporate 9-to-5 life, a part of the system, who isn't financially well off. And then there could be people who are a part of the artisan, passionate, being your own boss sort of life and be very well off. And there's always a capacity within you to be exceptional in that way, if you allow yourself the time and the patience and the dedication to living your passion, living your dream. Okay, 6th card out is the King of Wands. Yes, this is the perfect card for you, honestly, because the King of Wands is an entrepreneur, is a artisan, somebody who lives their passion. They have an overall vision of what they want to manifest next, the creative projects they have that they want to put out there, the relationships that they want to form, the places they want to visit, the appearance they want to give off. You have a vision of all of these things. This is you in your power, Leo. This is fire energy, your divine masculine fire side. It is very much in power this week. Lots of breakthroughs, lots of success. Final row of cards out, 7 of Pentacles. Yes. Finding yourself to be happy. Towing the soils of your passions, even if it's not offering you a ton back right now. I'd rather be my own boss, doing what I love, and be in poverty, rather than doing something that I hate and being financially okay. Maybe that's just me. But 7 of Pentacles, I don't know, with your reading this week, I keep coming back to this vision of doing something in alignment with your passions, goals, and interests, and being okay that the journey to being the exception and being prosperous with that passion may be a long one. And it's not your responsibility. I mean, how do I put this? It is your responsibility to take the actions that you need, but there are bigger planets, bigger influences that are in retrograde, that are causing an overall energy right now that makes our society the way that it is. And if you're somebody who does not necessarily agree with how society is run at large right now, this is just proof that, again, the planets might not feel completely aligned with you at this time. However, be patient through that and learn how to enjoy the journey through that, the current reality that you find yourself in, If, for example, you are an artist, let's say you're an artist, your passion is creating beautiful prints and original art pieces, and maybe you expand outside of that. Maybe you do some freelance work, designing book covers and illustrations here and there, wherever you can. And you love that, and you can see the vision of how you can make a ton of money doing this, be very successful doing this. It's just not happening right now, but you're taking all the actions that you can in order to make it happen. And it's just a matter of waiting for that moment to come, but you're already doing everything that you can. Instead of putting that pressure on yourself constantly, what if you just learned how to sit back and enjoy the creative process? Maybe, you have to live in a house with multiple roommates. Maybe you have to make a lot of your own food from scratch because you can only afford produce. You can't afford, restaurant meals, pre-made meals, etc. That is one of the beautiful pieces of life. So why are you in such resistance to that, Because that chapter of your life is going to be temporary. So you might as well enjoy it now while you have it. And even if you were to achieve everything that you want to achieve right now, life is always perfectly balanced. You will be experiencing the blessings, the light side of having money, having wealth, having success, of course. But there will be shadow sides that come along with it because life is balanced. And if you don't believe me, look at all these celebrities. All of the money they could ask for. All of the success they could ask for. Literally the absolute top of their game, success-wise, in their career, in their lives. But most of them are haunted, tortured by being stalked. They can't go anywhere without having eyes on them. They can't go anywhere with their friends, their family, without weirdos coming up to them. You know, life is a give and take. And I feel like when you stop fighting the shadow so much, the shadow attribute of life, when you stop resisting the challenges, the negative energies, the downsides, the cons, and you just accept it as the way life is, it's so interesting. This fight between good and evil dissipates from your soul, and you find true peace. Like, you just become so peaceful and beautiful. And you have those life is beautiful moments all of the time. It doesn't matter where you're at, you're always going to experience light and shadows. And I feel like you're liberating yourself by accepting that. Queen of Cups in reverse. You could be missing on a water sign. I don't know why. That was the first thing that popped in my head. You could be missing on a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could be an old friend. This could be a relationship. This could be anyone in your life. It could be a feminine energy. Could be somebody in a good position in life, or wise beyond their years, or even older than you. I don't know why. I'm just seeing you missing them. So, final card out, Ten of Swords. Yeah, don't exhaust yourself here. Don't overdo it. Ten of Swords, the light side of the Ten of Swords is that message of acceptance, accepting your circumstances for what they are right now, and learning how to enjoy life from there and see how things unfold from there. So, interesting week ahead. There are some major mental breakthroughs happening for you, major epiphanies happening for you right now. So, these epiphanies are bringing you to a greater sense of peace, and being able to live your passion without getting caught up in the cons of that passion. You know, it doesn't matter where you live on this planet, there are pros and cons. It doesn't matter what job you find, there are pros and cons. Everything in life has pros and cons. And like I said, you're liberating yourself from this fight between good and evil. I hope that makes sense. Interesting week ahead, very spiritually significant, very mentally significant. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.